What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to go ahead and keep talking about how to become a profitable and consistent trader. As you guys may recall, I made a first video on how you can get started day trading if you know absolutely nothing, and I told you guys it will become a mini series of me explaining different topics about trading and how you can go started from knowing nothing about trading to actually making some profits, and who knows, eventually to become a professional trader like myself. As you guys can see, I have a different background. I got a new office down here in Southern Florida, so I've been decorating and setting up some of it. Of course, some things will probably be changing. It's not fully set up, but I'm very happy on how it's coming down. And the favorite part about this setup is that I can change these lightings depending if the market was red or green that day. So if I had a really good day, I'll change it to green. If we have a bad day in the markets, I have to change it to red to represent the markets. But let's get started in today's episode. And of course, if you want to learn more about the stock market, crypto market, and how to become an investor, make sure you hit the follow button on this channel and make sure to leave a comment down below so you let me know what you want me to talk about next. So let's jump a little bit into the charts and let me explain to you guys kind of some of the things I look at when you're looking into the charts. If you are not sure what broker to use, how to even set up the charts, or how to look at the charts and what investing in is, make sure you go watch the previous episode. This episode will be more on how to find your strategies and how to set up my charts and what I do to look at them. Here we got an example of Apple here. And first you'll see some different lines that I have drawn on the chart, and I'll be breaking out what each one of those means and what indicators I use. First of all, depending on your broker, this may look a little bit different, but this will all be the same indicators you can look at anywhere. Personally, I like to use Thinkorswim, but there's a lot of great brokers out there, like one of our favorite, which is Moo Finance. If you want to set up to that broker, it's completely free. They're doing some great promotions. The link will be down in the bio. So you'll first of all, let me break you guys down the studies, and these are just the strategies that I like to use and what these entail. So start from the top. These are the pivot points. These pivot points create a kind of a support and resistance level onto the charts, and these pivot points are this dotted blue line here. Now if your broker doesn't have those specific ones, any pivot points should be just fine. If not, they're not an essential. You can draw your own support and resistance line. Like you guys can see this red line here. I pretty much drew this myself, and you can just, I can remove it. I can do anything I want with it. I can draw it again and those sort of things. So they're not a must, but I like to have them there just to kind of look, as you guys can see, are respected. Sometimes, I'm not saying all the time, but it is respected. You have to understand that when you are, any indicators you use will not be 100% accurate. You just gotta be mindful of that. So that's my first one. And for the next one will be the volume weighted average price, aka the VWAP. This should be on pretty much every single broker out there. It's a really popular indicator, and I've actually have a full video explaining the indicator and what a powerful strategy it really is to have. So make sure you go check that full video out. But the VWAP for me is this dotted green line. It's kind of overlaying this other green line here, but you guys can see it's this dotted green line here for me. And you can see again, acts as a resistance area or a support area when you're looking at on different time frames. And then we'll talk about the exponential moving average or the moving average exponential. I use two of them. That's going to be the 20 period moving average exponential, and it's going to be the 200 period volume average exponential. And last, I have the volume down here, the bottom, and the volume average 50. This yellow line just shows the average volume in the last 50 candles. Sometimes if I have a spike of volume, like you guys can see here, I might be thinking, hey, there might be a center reversal, and as you guys can see, they have a little bit of a reversal before getting fitted again. So that's why I like to look at it again here. You guys can see a little spike of volume on the yellow, showing there may be a new signs of an uptrend out here. So those are all the indicators that I use. My number one way strategy is actually not using indicators, unlike many people might think. As a trader, my number one strategy is actually understanding price action. Price action is how the candlesticks are moving and what patterns they're creating on the chart. For me, all the indicators, EMAs, VWAP, and all these other things are actually secondary. I like to have them. They do provide some value, but the number one thing I will be looking at is the price action on the chart. Now, there's a lot of different strategies you can use with price action. You have continuation strategies, which will be your bull flag, bear flags. Some of them will be reversals, which will be double bottoms, triple bottoms, head and shoulder patterns, inverse head and shoulder patterns, and there's a lot of them. I'll be linking down below a cheat sheet for you guys can just download and have your computer, maybe even print it out, put it on your desk so you can kind of keep an eye on them. And for you to understand price action, the number one thing you can do, and it's going to be your top secret, so make sure you don't tell nobody, because it's going to change, it's going to shock you. The number one thing for you to spot and understand price action is to just look at the charts. I'm sorry to break to you guys, there's no secret strategy out there, there's no secret indicator out there that you can use to get away from this. The only way that you will be able to understand price action, take a look at the chart and understand where it's going to go, is by looking at the same patterns over and over and over again until you finally are able to see certain patterns. For me, for example, a lot of times I can just look at a chart and I can spot out certain patterns because I've looked at thousands of hours of charts in my last 7, almost 8 years of trading. So you just cannot get away from that, guys. If you think you can find some kind of secret indicators going to tell you when to buy and when to sell, it's completely wrong. The only secret indicator you can find to tell you when to buy and sell is my Discord. Link will be down below, where I share all my trades live with you guys, and I share when my entries is, my exits, my profit level, my stop losses, everything like that. If you're trying to find a cheat sheet, that's where you can be. If you're trying to find a cheat sheet with an indicator, you're not gonna find this. Make sure you link in bio, join the team, come make money with us. I promise you guys won't regret it. If you're a beginner, yes, we also have a course. If you get the course, we'll also give you access to our chat room, both for stocks, penny stocks, options, and crypto. We have a great team out there. So back to the charts. Let's take a look at the charts real quick. I want to talk about now the next major thing that we have to understand is time frames. Where you see this little 5 minute here, so you're gonna can have a time frame. A time frame just means how long is this candle. So as you guys can see, this green candle right here, this is 5 minutes. So this opens and closes within a period of 5 minutes. It's not that crazy, but then you can have a 1 minute time frame. So each one of these little candles, zoom in right here, each one of these candles is just a 1 minute time frame. It just opens at 0 seconds, closes at a 60th second. You can go far out, and then you can have a daily time frame. As you can see now, every single one of these candles here is a daily time frame. Then you have the 4 hour, the weekly, the monthly. You can go to your time frame. You can mess with this. You can make a candle 7 seconds, 10 seconds, 30 minutes, 31, 32. It doesn't really matter. I show you guys my top ones. So my top time frames is going to be the 5 minute, the 15 minute, 30 minutes, hourly, and daily. Sometimes I like to throw in there the 4 hours that you guys can see up here as my favorites. And 1 day, 1 minute, I stay away from. The closest I will get to a 1 minute time frame is either a 2 minute or a Friday 0 day expiration type of place, or a 3 minute. A 3 minute is as fast as I like to go. My strategy is not too much of scalping, but for me, I like to take day trades. So usually I'm in a position somewhere between 30 minutes to a few hours, and sometimes I like to swing trade it. Swing trade is when you buy, hold it for a day, at the release, and sell it on a different day. So those are my top time frames. I would say majority of times I will be on the 5 minutes or the 15 minutes. It's gonna be my top two, the 5 minutes and the 15 minutes. And then if I do plan to swing trade or look at it more of a macro side, so more zooming outside, I love my daily time frame and my 4 hour, 1 hour time frames is gonna be my top three. And sometimes, look at the weekly here and there, usually on the weekends, to kind of understand the macro trends that the stocks may be creating, especially if I'm taking a look at S&P 500 and the triple Q. That's going to lead me to my next hack for you guys. When you're first starting to trade, focus on only one stock. And if that one stock I can give you guys, it's the S&P 500, the SPY chart right here. If you focus on 50, 30 stocks, it's going to be very, very difficult for you guys to maybe find a winning strategy, because there's a lot to keep track of. You're going to want some kind of crazy special watch list to make, but in reality, keep it simple as possible. Start by learning a single stock. My recommendation is the SPY, the S&P 500, or even a different index like the triple Qs or IWM. If then you're feeling a little more risky, feel free to stick on a blue chip stock like Tesla, Amazon, Google. One of those, my recommendation is please do start with SPY or the IWM or the triple Q. That's going to be the simplest. That is if you're trading options. Now, if you're trading penny stocks or you want to trade some kind of different strategies, you're going to have to build a watch list. You're going to have to build a scanner around that. Of course, in our channel, we provide a daily watch list, both for penny stocks, crypto, and options, so you don't really have to worry about that, with key levels to watch. But as a beginner, when you're getting your practicing, when you're using your paper money on Thinkorswim or whatever broker you're using, stick to one. Build a strategy that works on that one, and you'll find that after a while you get to learn that stock very intimately, and you might be able to have a higher win percent with that stock than any other stock, because you understand how it works, you understand how it moves, and how it likes to be traded. So that's gonna be my other tip that I can give you guys. So that's all for this video. This video is more about understanding basics of your charts, understanding the basics of indicators, what indicators I like to use, and what I like to trade, what time frames I like to trade. Personally, all my trades come from blue chip stocks such as Apple, Tesla, Meta. NVIDIA, AMD, Triple Q, SPY. Those are going to be the main things that I like to trade. So make sure you hit the likes down below. Let me know in the comments below what you want me to talk about next in the next episode of this beginner-friendly strategy that you can take and attack the markets with and be successful. And as always, peace.